Like that, Tim should be easy on you and just say one observation from last night's Memphis game.
Traditional recap.
If he were a good boss, that's what he would do.
What's it look like for Draymond and Sean and Zaza?
I think it looks good for Draymond. I will probably still list him as questionable. I haven't talked to Chelsea and Raymond, but he just played in a scrimmage. So did Zaza. They both came out fine. Draymond wanted to play last night. I think he probably was healthy enough to play, but we hadn't seen any live action for him since the Detroit game, so we weren't going to play him without some scrimmaging. Mm-hmm. So I would say I kind of expect him to play tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see how he turns up tomorrow morning. And then Zaza I haven't talked to yet, but things seem to go well for him in the scrimmage. Sean will be doubtful for tomorrow. He did not practice.
What's Zaza listed as? Is there official?
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess the default is questionable.
Okay.
So he's now listed as questionable.
How's Andre feeling?
He was here this morning. He didn't practice, but yeah, he was pretty sick yesterday. But he's seems to be doing a little better. So probably also questionable.
Steph do anything today?
Not with the team. And I haven't seen him shooting. I don't know. What did Steph do today, Raymond?
Nothing else.
Yeah, and I think he'll probably get a core workout, but did not practice with the team.
Woj had a report about the Referees Association and the Players Association meeting over tensions. Has this season been different in your opinion with the tensions between referees and players?
We've had a few games that were a little contentious, but I don't think it's that different from past years. I think it's just it's an intense game. Officiating is a really difficult job. There's no way they can get them all right, but players are so competitive and coaches are competitive, so there's a lot at stake. There's a lot of angst and intensity, so pretty natural for it to get a little out of hand sometimes. So it doesn't feel that different to me.
So probably not addressing yet.
Addressing with the media, not really, but I think addressing it internally is a good idea. I think getting together with the officials and when you talk to refs off the court, like we always meet with the referees in training camp before the season starts, and it's a really productive meeting because there's no competition going on, and you can just have a conversation. It humanizes everybody, and I think we should do more of that, even during the season. Have those meetings occasionally, just so we can hash things out. They can tell us their concerns, and we can tell them ours. I think so. I like the idea that the union is meeting with the officials. I think that makes sense.
Do you like these new home back-to-back?
I don't mind them. It's better for travel. I know it's not better for business. Most teams do not want to try to sell tickets back-to-back nights because you just think about, if you're going to go to a game one night, you're probably going to, stay home the next or go to a movie or do something different. So I don't know how much business is affected, but as far as coaching, it's cut back on the travel, so that's a good thing.
Will you have any type of, especially with these guys coming back, are you going to maybe try to play them one of the two nights?
I really don't know. I got to find out who's even available tomorrow on the start line. Last night was really bizarre. If you think about it, we were without our 4 ball handlers and decision makers. Obviously, Steph and Sean are point guards, but Andre and Draymond are point forwards. And almost all the time, those are the guys who are sort of getting us organized. And so last night was interesting. You could tell the difference without any of them at all. And we just had a harder time getting organized and getting some flow to our game. So hopefully we'll at least get one back and maybe 2, and that would be good, and that'll be really helpful.
Now that Draymond has worked his way back and has gone through contact and things are looking good, was there a point earlier with the injury that you didn't know would go that direction, that you thought he could be out longer? Or?
No.
Okay.
Have you talked to Steve Nash about possibly, suiting up for
Playing, 10-day G League, 45 days.
At this stage, you might be able to use them.
Well, we'd have him. We could have him for 45 days if we signed him to a G League contract.
There you go.
I'm guessing he could only give us about 5 before his body gave out. But those 5 would be awesome. It would be awesome.
Steve, not just yesterday, but just during the stretch when Draymond and Zaza have been out, what have you noticed of the guys trying to compensate for, the obvious screen setting that Zaza provides, the toughness of Draymond, how you guys have tried to compensate for all those?
Well, we're just not as efficient. We're not setting as many screens. Everybody's a little out of position, so we're not. We don't have the same precision. The game happens so fast. Everything really needs to be precise, and we're not precise right now. So not as good screening. People in different positions, maybe a little more thinking instead of reacting and playing. And so you can tell we're a little disjointed. But I'm really proud of the guys for fighting and competing and winning 6 in a row without Steph, and I think 5 of those without Draymond, maybe. That's pretty impressive. So we're doing really well. It's just we don't look like ourselves. I'm sure our fans can feel it in the building, but that's the way it goes. You got to tread water where you can during the season, and then try to get healthy. And before you know it, we'll be back and looking like ourselves again.
The season's still young, but do you think shooting 50% from the field for the whole season is a realistic goal for you?
Yeah, if we can stay healthy, absolutely. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are the last 6, but without Steph, but they're not probably not too far below 50. So if we're healthy, I think that's a realistic goal or a realistic achievement or stat. It's not a goal. We don't talk about it.
One of the things that Andre and Draymond excel at is getting the rebound and taking off, immediately up court to get some pace going. And Steph too, to a similar degree. But you don't really have that right now.
Right.
It seems like. I mean, how do you compensate for that? Because obviously your pace has fallen off.
Yeah, well, what we're trying to do is get the guys to throw the ball ahead. I mean, we want to do that anyway, even if we're perfectly healthy. The ball goes faster than any human being can, including LeBron and Iverson.
Sure about that?
And Parker. But when you throw the ball ahead, when we throw the ball ahead, good things happen, especially if our first big is running down. We can get the ball into the paint. That's what we want to do. But it felt like last night we rarely threw the ball at the sideline. We were just dribbling it up slowly, trying to run a high drag, getting no reaction from the defense, and everything came to a standstill. And but again, we're all out of position. Kevin is usually running the wing with Draymond or Andre handling. Now Kevin is handling, and he's got different guys on the wing, and maybe Quinn Cook or Patty's on the wing, and it's an entirely different combination. And so we'll figure it out. Even if we're without these key guys the next few games, I think we'll get better because we're learning a little bit each game. But advancing the ball up the floor as fast as we can sets up every possession, whether it's on the pass or on the dribble, and we got to do a better job of that.
For someone like Pat, who had maybe a surprisingly productive rookie season, how much more difficult is that second season sometimes? Do you think it has been more difficult for him?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously been up and down, and the second season doesn't automatically make things easier, just because you had a good rookie year. Sometimes, teams adjust and adapt. And in Pat's case, I just think he just needs to play and not think too much. He's so smart. He's such a smart player, and sometimes his brain gets in his own way. He's if he would just rely on his talent and react and not worry about making mistakes, then I think he'll do better. And I thought last night was a good step in that direction. He got 8 rebounds. He was really active. His shot wasn't going in, but that'll come. So he'll be fine.
Do you put an added emphasis on defense? Like last year when KD went down, the defense, the numbers took off.
Yeah.
This year, you guys have been winning games by keeping the score lower. Is there an added emphasis?
Yeah. When Steph went down, we had a team meeting. I don't know. All those cities blended together.
Charlotte.
Maybe it was Charlotte. We met and the whole it must have been right because he got hurt the game before. Yeah, it was in Charlotte. The team meeting was like last year KD went out for 18 games, and we were number 1 in the league in defense, and it's because we had a sense of fear that, oh man, we got to play, otherwise we're in some trouble. And so that meeting was about the exact same thing. Let's be the best defensive team in the league from now until when Steph gets back, and let's take care of the ball. Those are the two main areas of focus. If we do those two things, we know we're going to be tough to beat. When we're fully healthy, but when we're not healthy, we have to do those two things in order to win, and so that became the emphasis.
Luke and his guys did you guys a favor last night in Houston. Have you seen any of that game?
Oh, we were watching. Yeah, it was a great game. Lakers played really well. They're good. They got a lot of good young talent. They didn't play particularly well against us the other night, but they played great last night, and I would expect some energy and some confidence coming off that win. So tomorrow will be tough.
What does it say about the players that you can add that emphasis and they actually pick it up and do it?
Well, it says they're really good, first of all. I mean, you can't, I'm sure a lot of coaches are saying, hey, play great defense, and their team isn't. It's not like we figured this out like after years of study. It's pretty basic stuff, but our guys are capable of it because we have a lot of talent and really good individual defenders. And I think the continuity of being together for a few years is definitely helpful. So, yeah, they're, these guys are good. All right, thanks.
Steve.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, dude.